video podcast. I'm your host, Andy Johnson. Today we'll be making Kung Pao beef in the Dutch oven. For the first step, you'll need some cut chicken, some teriyaki sauce, crushed red pepper, cornstarch, and a little ground ginger root. What we're going to do is we're going to mix just a bit, probably about a quarter cup of the teriyaki sauce, the crushed red pepper. Look for the recipe in the post, by the way. And we'll just mix all this together. Just mix this all together. Just get a nice fine blend. Next thing we need to do is heat a Dutch oven. Now I typically use 12-inch Dutch ovens. They're a workhorse. You can get them fairly cheaply. Get a pre-seasoned one if it's your first time. That way you don't have to worry about seasoning it, but I think everybody should have to season a Dutch oven sometime in their life. It's not bad, but it's a bit of a process. So once that's mixed done, we're going to get it in the Dutch oven. Now with charcoal, there's a lot of schools of thought. There's the 2 over, 2 under, the 3 under, 3 over method, which you take the diameter of your Dutch oven and you subtract 2 to the bottom and you add 2 to the top, or 3 for those methods, which work great for beginners. There's the Dinwiddie ring method, which you align them all in a ring, and depending on how many rings you have, gives you the different heating requirements. The thing that I like to do is just put my hand about 6 inches above. If it's, you go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. If it's a little uncomfortable, it's about 350 degrees in the pot. So, not too bad there. We're going to go ahead and get the Dutch oven in there. And let that heat and get some oil in there. Now, the oil choice for a lot of people they make it hard, but it doesn't have to be hard. I just use cheap old canola oil, and that's probably a little too much, but just enough to cover the bottom, and this will saute nicely. If you buy the expensive oils like olive oil, etc., it's not gonna matter. You're not gonna taste any difference in this phase of the cooking. A little bit more with sauteing in general, but Dutch ovens in general, you're not gonna notice too much difference. Just don't use oil that's you've used for deep frying other things like French fries or Chinese food, because that won't taste very good. The oil is sizzling, and you can tell the oil is ready by putting in just a few drops of water. Just get your hand wet, flick it in there, and you'll be able to tell that it's ready. We're going to put in the chicken mixture. We stir this down. Really just most of that liquid is water, just from the chicken. Let that saute. When that's close to being about half done or so, we're going to add some veggies to it as well. You can do it just without, but I thought it would be good to have some sauteed vegetables in there as well. Just kind of let that simmer. We'll put a lid on it, and we'll just check it about every 3 minutes or so. Here, the inside still needs to cook a bit, so what we're going to do is add our vegetables. The stir fry mix, go to Costco in the freezer section. Really good. I love this stuff. I'm going to dump in these frozen vegetables. You can use fresh. Fresh would be better. Just dump in a fair amount. And we're going to also hit this with some more teriyaki sauce. Just finish that off, let that warm through. This is a homemade recipe. I'll throw up the recipe on the website, www.backporchgourmet.com. We got it off the web somewhere. I'll try and find the original source. But it's really easy, really tasty, and just put some in the fridge and use it when you need to. I'm going to put the lid on this and let this cook for a bit. And I actually added more charcoal. It just wasn't heating fast enough. And so I wanted more heat. So I added some more charcoal. I just dumped all that I put in. So while that cooks, I'm going to prep some herbs that I picked from my garden. This is cilantro. You really don't want it to go flour like that because it gets woody like this. But it's still edible. Just cut off the little leaves and it'll be nice and it's perfect. So just cut this up. We're going to throw this up on as a topping, just fresh, with some fresh peanuts, and see if I've got any scallions in the garden as well. So this recipe was actually sent in to me by Pat Boydston, and you can check out the full recipe at the post on the website, www.backporchgourmet.com. And I modded it a little bit because I didn't have everything. I called for beef, for example, and I only had chicken, so I made Kung Pao Chicken instead. And I also didn't have crushed red pepper. You might have seen earlier, that wasn't crushed red pepper, that was ground red pepper. Same, well, close at least. But, pretty good recipe. We'll cut these flowers off, we don't want to eat those. Stems are edible as well. The big ones are just undesired. But I really love cilantro. It's got a nice flavor. Goes just about everything. Tex-Mex, Asian, even great on hot dogs. So our Kung Pao is just about finished up. Starting to boil. All the vegetables are getting tender, and the chicken is well done. You just cut one open and see it is just perfect. So this is going to be delicious. Once we get the rice all cooked up, I'll plate it up, and we'll sign off for now. So thanks for coming out, everybody. You can catch us on the web at www.backporchgourmet.com. Follow us on Twitter. That's Dutch Oven Tips, all one word, for a Twitter handle. And you can email the author at backporchgourmet.gmail.com. So thanks. All right, we've got our bowl of rice here. We're going to plate this up. So we'll get some chicken in there. We'll get some veggies as well. Just throw some cilantro on the top. That right there is delicious.